Okay, I think it's a good time as ever to get started. Hopefully you can see my screen being projected, you can see me and my video, and you can hear me. So hopefully the trifecta is coming across. Thank you today for coming and swinging by this Bad Elf presentation. We are very happy to be a vendor and feel privileged to be supporting the North Carolina GIS conference. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about Bad Elf and more specifically, a new GNSS solution or global navigation satellite system, aka GPS, called the Flex. So let's move right along here. For today, I will be your host. My name is Nick Smolofsky. I've got a PhD in behavioral geography, a master's in GIS, and in my undergraduate studied history, anthropology, and secondary education. I've been working at Bad Elf in different capacities for about the last 2.5 years. Additionally, I wear a different hat sometimes. I'm not always a Bad Elf employee, but I'm also a professor at Arizona State University as part of the landscape architecture faculty. So I am going to not just be pitchy and salesperson-y here. I'm going to be more of an educator so you get more out of this presentation. On the agenda today, we are going to be introducing the Bad Elf Flex to you. We're going to demonstrate its flexibility, quote unquote. We're going to discuss the economic context and value of the Bad Elf Flex. And again, the Bad Elf Flex is a high accuracy GPS, something that works great for field data collection. We're going to open it up for questions at the end. Logistically speaking, we've got about 30 minutes, probably going to run a little shorter than that, 20 minutes of presentation, about 10 minutes of Q&A, give or take. So let's introduce the Bad Elf Flex. You can see here in the images, the Bad Elf Flex is a very interesting looking GPS device. You can immediately tell that the form factor on the device is different than most GPS that you probably are familiar with. We use what's called a helical antenna in our GPS versus a disc or choker antenna, which most companies utilize. In the cap of the unit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my screen view here very quickly, and you should be able to see to my back right, and up in the corner up there, you can see the unit is on, and what I can show you is that this helical antenna that I'm discussing looks like this, right? So it's a much different shape. The helical antenna was originally designed for drones. And if you know anything about drones, you will know that when a drone is in the air, it's bumping and it's weaving, it's cavitating, it's doing all these things because of the environment. And so a helical antenna allows that orientation necessity to not be as high. And so if you are a GIS person and you want to hold that device in your hand, you can do that ergonomically and use the screen, or you can put it on a survey pole to get a little higher accuracy or meet in the middle. We have an adapter piece to a 1/4-20 mount, so you can put this device onto a monopod or film pod, smaller kind of selfie stick. So it says affordable. Why is it affordable? Well, if you are a government employee, you can jump into the Flex at $2,700. And so GSA rate at $2,700 will get you what's called our standard Flex. The standard Flex will get sub-meter accuracy, 1 to 2 feet, all day, every day, in most places in the world. The normal pricing on this USD would be $2,999. So as a GSA or government employee, you would be getting a 10% discount. And so that is why it's affordable. It starts at a very low cost. Additionally, if you want to take the 1 to 2 foot sub-meter unit and get extreme accuracy all the way to a survey grade, you can do that by utilizing a daily token for $25 a day. That starts a 24-hour countdown window that allows you access to NTRIP and RTK networks, so you can get down to 1 centimeter, as well as it includes L-band satellite corrections baked into that price. So if you are in a developing country or way off grid and you're unable to get into an RTK network, you can actually tap into an additional satellite network for a very low cost. Let's say, Nick, hey, I want accuracy all the time. How is that affordable? You can also choose to unlock the Bad Elf Flex one fee of $22.50 if you are a government employee. And when you unlock that device for the perpetuity, for the remainder of its life, it will be a fully survey grade rover for less than $5,000. So if you were to take a look at some of the other GPS on the market today with accuracies up to 1 centimeter, I would bet you're going to see a lot of prices in the $12,000 to $13,000 range, all the way up to $40,000, and maybe as cheap as $7,000. And so immediately you're going to know that we've pegged this product to be one of the most affordable GPS on the market. Additionally, it is also accurate. Okay, and so we were just discussing the accuracy options. So for a very low cost, you can get all the way to a survey grade or 1 centimeter accuracy. And know that that is for a 1 second observation, AKA I click the button and in 1 second, it takes a point. All you smart GIS people out there probably understand averaging and weighting averages. So one of the things you can do with a device like this is you can take a set of points or an average of a certain amount of points, say maybe 30 seconds of points, AKA 30 points total, take all of those, average them together, and statistically speaking, the statistical outcome, that center will actually be more accurate most of the time, 99% of the time, than a single observation. So there are a lot of tips and tricks depending on the software you select to get better accuracy. I want to mention too, versatility quickly. The versatility here is the fact that we can, oh, sorry, on the wrong slide. Versatility. In terms of versatility, we're app agnostic. And so you can, well, actually, let me take a step back. Sorry about that. So when I say versatile, our system can be utilized in a standalone method. We're one of the only GPS on the market that has a screen and buttons. Imagine that. Why do we have those things? Well, on the screen, you get to get all your metadata about what's happening on your flex, PDOPs, HDOPs. You can see a digital bubble level, your horizontal accuracy, what kind of corrections you're getting. And all of this is giving you really good information so you know that you are collecting authoritative, high fidelity data. Now, it's versatile because you can hold it in your hand, you can put it on a pole. You can data collect on it itself, or you can Bluetooth connect it to your phone or tablet. This is a concept called BYOD, or bring your own device. We work with Android, Windows, and iOS or Apple. Know that we are MFI certified, and so we're one of the few companies that go the extra length to be certified with Apple. We have authorization chips to be utilized specifically with iOS devices. Once you get onto your device of choice, iOS, Android, or Windows, you then get the flexibility to pick whatever app you want. I'm going to guess most of you out there today are probably Esri folks and live in the Esri ecosystem. Perfect. If you use Collector, Survey 123, Field Maps, Quick Capture, you name it, we are a match made in heaven, super duper easy. And I'm going to show you here in a second how that all works. Or if you're more into open source, maybe you're a QGIS person, we work with QField. Or if you want a totally different third-party app, you can go find them. There's hundreds of them on the app stores, and we're going to work with all of those. It is an IP65 rated unit, so it's rugged and waterproof. It also has a sunlight readable display, so it's called a photo transreflectant screen. So the brighter the sun on the screen, the brighter the screen actually becomes and easier it is to read. Just summing this up again, platform flexibility. The Bad Elf works with Android, Windows, or Apple. If you are a government employee and you're still using Windows devices based on IT security protocols and things, we can absolutely work with your Windows device. Additionally, if you are a programmer and you want to make something special yourself, we have an open SDK, and you can go onto GitHub today, search for Bad Elf, and you will find our open SDK to tie our devices into your custom application. For an example, if you are familiar with VGIS, one of the most popular virtual or augmented reality systems, we're now integrated with them. We're integrated with PointMan, which is a utilities app. We're integrated with AppGlows, MicroSurvey, QNAPI, you name it. There's a whole ton of software packages out there that the Flex has already been integrated into. Based on that SDK. You can see here's a list of some of those companies just very quickly. Perhaps you use the Spike from Ike, rangefinder / camera, or LTI. We're tied into all of those as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the value proposition of this unit, okay? So accuracy-wise, it can get as good as 1 centimeter or as bad as about 2 feet. So a centimeter is a fraction of an inch. And just know that it is quad constellation. So we pick up satellites from GPS. GPS is American birds. GLONASS, which are Russian birds. We also pick up the European Union Galileo and Beidou, the Chinese system. So in our utilizing the Flex, you are getting the max amount of satellites possible in the sky to provide the best accuracy possible for you. Affordably speaking, we mentioned that it has a range of price depending on your accuracy. Note that the prices on your screen right now are standard USD, but we do offer that 10% discount for government and educational employees. We talked about it being versatile, how it's portable, it's self-contained. You don't have any wires that you can get caught up in the brush. You don't have a dedicated data collector. It's got a 12 to 15 hours battery life. It also has a USB mini adapter in the back to plug it in, so it's back chargeable. So if you want to plug in your phone or tablet, God forbid you're running out of juice on those, you could plug it in and then use the Flex to back charge your devices, or you could always attach another like Amazon purchased lithium ion battery pack and plug it into the Flex, and it would continue to run the Flex all day. As mentioned before, work with all the different operating platforms. Hopefully what I'm getting across here is that we are very flexible with this unit. You pick the accuracy, you pick how much you want to spend, and you pick how you want to use it. Here it is too. We have no maintenance fees, we have no subscription fees, and we have no support fees unless it has something to do with a really broken unit out of warranty. We no longer trap you in an ecosystem in which you're getting nickel and dimed at every turn for some type of support, some type of maintenance, sometimes a fee. You buy this device, you're set. There's no more fees, okay? So we are we are democratizing GPS. No longer should everybody be afraid to use GPS equipment because of its cost. No longer do you need to cut off your left pinky finger or give up your firstborn child to get access to amazing high accuracy GPS. Quite frankly, we want to be more inclusive than that and open this up and democratize it to the population. I do want to point out too that we're not just a hardware company. We do training consulting. And so we do a lot of customized training with our clients based on their specific organizational needs. We have something called the Pioneer Package, which if you're interested, please swing by the vendor booth and I'll tell you all about it. But it's a great way to get into field data collection if you've never done it before. It includes not only the hardware you need, but training specifically for your type of organization and workflow. That's called the Pioneer Package. All right, so where else does the Bad Elf Flex fit into? Well, I mean, collecting any topography types of points, asset inventory, reserve studies. Gosh, if you need to set ground control for drones, it's a great option. If you need to have higher accuracy positions associated with photography, it's a great solution. If you are doing traditional boundary survey and you need to go out and do a parcel survey, you can do that. The Bad Elf Flex, even though it's so affordable and different looking, just keep in mind it does the same thing or does better than most of the competition out there. We're really proud of what we've done with this unit and how we've designed it. And so I think you will be pleasantly impressed if you were to try this out. I mentioned the Pioneer Package earlier, and what I want to throw out there is if you look, this package also works with our GNSS surveyor unit. So you potentially may already have one of those in your org, but it also works for the Flex Extreme and Flex Standard. So looking here, if you're a government employee, you can get the Flex Extreme Pioneer Package with 4 hours of custom training, then an additional 1 hour of follow-up training 2 to 3 weeks later, pre-scheduled. We want to let you utilize the unit, learn what you don't know, try to break it, and we will follow up a couple weeks after that and make sure that there are no gaps in the training. Once you complete the training, you do get a certification from Bad Elf. Now, here it is. the GSA EDU price for that is $5,500. So the normal price of just the Flex Extreme alone for a normal civilian would be $5,500. But if you're a government employee, you can get the Extreme option, get down to 1 centimeter of accuracy, plus 5 hours of training. And this package comes with a field pole, so you get your surveying pole, and a fitted Bad Elf hat like the one I'm wearing. So it is a no-brainer. If you want to launch from a very high level, we can do that with you and create a professional with you. Understand too that we will do the training specific to the application you want to use with the Flex. If you're an Esri customer, we'll teach you the Esri stuff. If you want to use microsurvey, we'll teach you microsurvey. If you want to use Avenza Maps, GIS Kit, GIS Pro, QGIS, QField, you name it, we will do that for you. We have a questionnaire that we send out to government organizations like yourselves. You fill out that questionnaire so we understand what you are looking to get. And then we customize the training for you. Now, before I go any further, I want to show you guys something. I'm going to try to share my screen to my tablet. Now, anytime you do live demos, we should always be very careful. So hopefully this will work. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so you should see my tablet now. So here's the tablet I'm holding. This is a new iPad 12 Pro. By the way, if you are at all interested in the LiDAR sensor in this new tablet, the Bad Elf Flex works great to set ground control, and you can do some really good LiDAR data collection with a $1,000 tablet these days. Combined with a Bad Elf, man, you are doing some serious remote sensing scanning. Pretty neat. Some of the data that this thing has produced has been fantastic. But what you can see here is that I currently am in a fixed RTK mode. I showed you my GPS up at the top there. I've got it plugged into an antenna at the top of the building, and I am tied in via N-Trip to Arizona's Department of Transportation's RTK network, and I am literally getting 0.2 inches of horizontal accuracy. You can also see here, here's the sky plot of the number of satellites, GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BeiDou, SBAS, and QZIS. Lots of stuff going on there. So this is the Bad Elf Flex app. I just wanted to show you that the type of accuracy you can get, 0.2 inches, right? And then here is field maps. And so if you are a Esri client, you can see here that I've got it all set up appropriately, that the GPS accuracy of 0.1 inches are now traversing and going through to the Esri app. One thing to show you, I just want to make it very clear that under location provider, you need to set the Bad Elf, and you can see its serial number there. And under profile, you need to set up a survey specific profile, setting your projection system of the GPS to one thing and your map to another. Just know that as you get into a little bit higher data collection scenarios, there is a little bit of a learning curve. Okay, so hopefully now you can see my screen again. Just wanted to quickly show you that we are 100% integrated with the Esri ecosystem. And so that is what I wanted to share with you today. If there are any questions out there, let me know. You can also contact me at sales@bad-elf.com. You can contact me at my personal email, Nick, N-I-K, that's N as November, I as in Igloo, K as in Kilo, @bad-elf.com. And you can see here, here's a little bit of a fun picture from Fed GIS, the Esri show from last year. And you can see Larry Fox, one of our Bad Elf employees there, with a Bad Elf Flex sneakily placed into this fun photo. So if there are any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, that's what I wanted to show you. So hopefully you know a little bit more about the exciting Bad Elf Flex. Any questions? Well, I'm not seeing any questions pop up, so I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And if you do have questions, please just come swing through our virtual attendee booth for Bad Elf. You can also visit our Bad Elf website. We sell all of these products online, so you can dive in and check those out as well. But we really appreciate your time, and I hope you're enjoying your conference. Thank you again to everybody at NCGIS, part of the crew that are putting on this show so far. It's been wonderful. All right. Thanks, everybody.